The weather pattern across the United States is making a sharp, dramatic turn. Winter is pushing back in as a broad snow pattern develops. Several quick Alberta clippers will move through over the next week, spreading snow across a large part of the country. Even places that have dodged winter so far may finally see snakes. The main driver is Arctic air, and it arrives in waves with two major surges lined up to hit the nation back to back. The first shot is already moving in. Cold air is building over the Great Lakes and expanding through the Midwest and the Ohio Valley. Tonight, it drives much farther south, reaching the Gulf Coast by late tonight. That's why this setup is such a big deal. It drags winter farther south and east than usual. Snow coverage will be widespread in the first wave. Most areas will not see huge totals, but several locations could pick up a few inches. After that, lake effect snow becomes the main headline. When cold air crosses the Great Lakes, it can generate intense snow bands. Some of those bands can sit over one area for hours, and that is how totals can climb past a foot. And it does not end there. Another Arctic blast arrives this weekend, and it looks even colder for many regions. It reloads the cold across the plains and Midwest and pushes deeper into the east. That opens the door for an uncommon southern snow chance. Parts of Georgia and Alabama could see flakes. The key will be Gulf moisture arriving at the right time. If the cold air overlaps that moisture, snow can develop. A lot is going on in this pattern, so let's break down what matters most. The biggest headline is the temperature swing. This is not just one cold surge, but two strong pushes arriving close together. The first one comes in today and strengthens tonight. It spreads into the Great Lakes and Midwest first, then drives through the Ohio Valley. By tonight, it surges toward the Gulf Coast. That is why freeze watches are posted in Florida, covering much of the central and northern parts of the state. That alone shows how intense the cold is. Freezing temperatures can reach deep into the southeast tonight into tomorrow morning. By Thursday and Friday, that cold air sweeps down the east coast and covers a large stretch from north to south. On the backside of the cold, a little snow could even show up. Eastern Virginia is one area to watch, as parts of North Carolina could also see flakes. It will not be a major storm there, but it highlights how far south the winter air is reaching. The weekend looks even more active. A stronger surge of Arctic air arrives Saturday and spreads across much of the Great Plains, with parts of central and southern Texas possibly being the main exception. Across the Midwest, the cold deepens again, and the Ohio Valley turns sharply colder too. The reason this matters is not only the temperatures, but the moisture setup in the southeast. If Gulf moisture hangs around long enough, snow becomes possible. Light snow could break out in parts of Alabama or Georgia, and the Carolinas could get involved as well. Even extreme northern Florida cannot be ruled out. It is not guaranteed, but the pattern supports the possibility. By Sunday and Monday, Arctic air pours back into the Ohio Valley, and the east coast stays locked in cold. Then another push follows soon after. Late Monday into Tuesday, fresh cold air drops in again, keeping the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast under the cold grip. So, in about a week, we may see 3 cold pushes. When cold air stays in place, small storms become more important. Even weak systems can produce snow if the air is cold enough. Looking ahead, the larger pattern still favors troughing in the east. That supports more cold shots later in January and could extend into early or mid-February. If you have plans during that time, prepare for the possibility of below average temperatures. It does not mean constant snow everywhere, but it does mean more opportunities for winter weather. Now, here is what temperatures look like in the near term. Tomorrow morning, freezing air reaches deeper into the south, pushing into Alabama and Mississippi and into parts of Louisiana. By Friday morning, the cold presses into Florida. Freeze watches cover much of central and northern Florida, and temperatures could approach freezing near Orlando, with some spots dipping just below. Areas near Cape Canaveral could also run close to freezing. By Saturday and Sunday, the cool pool reloads into the Midwest, and the Ohio Valley gets hit again. If you are heading to the Bears and Rams game on Saturday, plan for serious cold. Temperatures may stay in the teens for much of the game, with wind chills dropping below zero for long stretches. That kind of cold can feel harsh with even a light breeze, and it can catch you off guard quickly. Florida may also see a sharp front, with big temperature differences over short distances. Sunday afternoon could show Jacksonville near the upper 40s, while Orlando stays closer to 70. That sharp contrast marks the front clearly. Then by Monday morning, freezing becomes a concern again. If some areas avoid a freeze on Friday morning, Monday looks like a better chance. Cold air can settle in again after sunset. Tuesday and Wednesday keep the cold hanging around. Much of the Midwest stays cold and cloudy, and the southeast remains cooler than normal. This matters because cold air plus moisture can create snow. If Gulf moisture lifts north, light snow can form, bringing snow showers into southern Alabama and parts of Georgia. It may sound unusual for some areas, but it is possible with this setup. Wind chills will be another major issue. Tomorrow morning, many places wake up to rough, feels-like temperatures. Parts of Ohio could hover near a zero wind chill, with a few spots slightly below. The worst wind chills come Saturday and Sunday. In Minnesota, wind chills could fall to around 20 to 25 below zero. Minneapolis could feel near 13 below at times. The freezing wind chill line could press close to the Gulf Coast, showing just how far south the cold could reach. Then Monday and Tuesday bring yet another push, keeping the Great Lakes region stuck in the cold and extending the chill across the Midwest. Even without a major storm, this kind of cold can still be dangerous. Roads can freeze quickly overnight, and snowbursts can cut visibility fast with little warning. Travel could be difficult in spots. Now let's talk about snow. Today, snow showers are already in the mix. A broad area of low pressure is producing scattered snow across parts of the Ohio Valley and the Great Lakes. Those snow showers can continue through tonight. The bigger change arrives overnight with lake effect snow. Western Michigan is the main target, with northern Indiana also in the zone. As cold air pours over the lakes, snow bands can strengthen quickly. Some bands can become very heavy for a time. Over the next day and a half, totals can build fast, with some locations seeing around 12 to 16 inches. The highest totals should fall where the strongest lake bands set up. Areas near Michigan City could take a hard hit, and places closer to Fort Wayne could also catch heavy bursts. Further east, light to moderate snow continues at times. Parts of New York can see snow showers, and snow also falls in the Appalachian Mountains. Higher elevations will do better for accumulation. Areas near Johnson City may see snow nearby, while the higher ridges just east of there could collect more. Far northern Georgia has a small chance tonight as well, with the highest elevations possibly seeing a light coating. Totals would stay minor in most spots. As we move into Thursday and Friday, snow continues in the northeast, staying light and patchy for many areas. Another round develops around the Great Lakes on Friday. This one is broader but still not extreme, and many locations may only see a coating, with some areas picking up 1 to 2 inches. One of the more intense quick-hit snow threats could come up Thursday night in the upper Midwest. Iowa is one area to watch for fast bursts, with Wisconsin and Minnesota also at risk for stronger squalls. Illinois could get involved too. Snow squalls can drop visibility quickly, which could be dangerous for drivers and truckers. Even if totals remain low, squalls can still trigger accidents and pileups. Friday night into early Saturday, light snow continues in spots. The Ohio Valley may see light snow showers, and the Northeast could also see scattered snow. Most of it stays light, but the weekend trend is worth watching. Some model runs suggest more moisture arriving with the next blast. If that moisture holds, snow chances in the Southeast could increase. This could start as early as Saturday in a few areas, with some guidance showing light snow in parts of Arkansas, likely brief and isolated. Sunday is the bigger day to watch right now. Some model runs show an offshore low, trying to develop while cold air sinks deeper into the southeast. If those features line up, snow becomes possible from Georgia northward and could extend into parts of the mid-Atlantic. Some solutions even push toward New Jersey. This is still several days out, so the details can shift. The low could stay farther offshore and miss, or it could track closer to the coast. A closer track would increase snow chances farther inland. Recent model runs have hinted at a westward trend at times, which is why it remains worth monitoring. There is no need to cancel plans right now, and there is no reason to get overly excited yet, but it should stay on your radar. Beyond Sunday, uncertainty increases even more. Some model ideas keep moisture near the Gulf Coast and maintain a sharp temperature contrast there. That could support more snow showers early next week. Some runs show light snow in parts of Texas, while others extend it into Mississippi and Alabama. It all comes down to timing and where the moisture sets up. With cold air reloading again and again, even small waves can make a difference. Here is the big picture on snowfall totals. Most places will not see huge numbers. This is not a classic major winter storm setup. Instead, it is a broad pattern with repeated light events. Still, several rounds can add up over time, and many areas could finish with a few inches overall. The highest total should come from lake effect snow, with western Michigan as the top target. Some areas could see 6 to 12 inches, and a few isolated spots could reach 18 to 20 inches. Northern Indiana near the lake could also do well. The Appalachian Mountains may pick up solid snow, and upstate New York has better odds for accumulation. Far western Pennsylvania could see more as well. There is also an interesting signal in snow probabilities. The chance of more than 1 inch of snow is increasing across parts of the southeast. Some areas of South Carolina show higher odds than normal, and parts of southeastern Georgia also have a noticeable change. That ties to the possible Sunday setup. Right now, those odds look around 20 to 30%, which is not high confidence, but it is higher than what you usually see there. So expect big temperature swings and repeated cold surges. Expect scattered snow events in several regions. Watch the Great Lakes for heavy lake effect bands, and keep a close eye on the weekend for possible southern surprises. This pattern can shift quickly, so updates matter.